If you're tuning in on replay, my name is Rowena with Sojourner USA, and today is Vlogtober day 31. Dash Crafts, Rose, hello. This is Rose. Hi. Oops, retracted. Janice, hello Janice. How are you today? Thank you for coming on. So, hi Sasha. Thank you for coming on today, guys. It is a Vlogtober day 31, the last day of October. I can't believe it. Hi, Mackenzie. So, wow, 31 days, guys. Woo, we did it. Hi, Bree. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Ellen. So, I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're new to my channel, my name is Rowena, and I am the owner, designer of Sojourner Traveler's Notebooks, planners, and other leather goods. And we talk about journals and planners, art, and just basically anything that will help you keep documenting your life as it happens. Hey, Laura. I made it here in time and you made it through 31 days, Ro. Congrats. Thank you. Yes, I'm so excited about it. Hey, Carolyn. So, hi, beautiful friends. She says, hello, Carolyn. Finally caught you live. Well done for getting to day 31, right? Can't believe it myself, but it's thanks to you guys and thanks to him, because it's a conviction that I had to do this from him. And so, yeah, that's why I was able to do it. When you know what your purpose is and you have a purpose and you know what direction you're supposed to be going, it makes it a little bit easier in some ways. But I'm very thankful, and I'm thankful for you guys for being there for me and helping me and continuously encourage me along the way. So very happy about that, and just really feeling blessed. And I am going to continue doing at least a once a week live. I'm thinking Thursday, like today, Tea Talk Thursday. We'll continue that as we did. I was doing that before on Periscope. So anyway, do you guys have your tea or hot drink or anything so that we can have a little discussion here? Am I sounding okay here? It seems like am I going back and forth here? I've so enjoyed your lives. Thanks, Mackenzie. Am I lagging or anything, or is everything looking okay? Very clear. Great. Okay. First and foremost, you sound and look great. Great. Thank you. So first and foremost, I am going to go ahead and pick the winner for, we talked about how in celebration of the 31 days, it was great watching your Vlogtobers. I've learned a lot. Thank you. I'm so glad that you have. Sounds good to me. Just got in from trick-or-treating with the kids. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I had decided for celebrating the 31 days, I decided I'm going to do a giveaway for a product and a Sojourner product. And so what we decided on, the treat, since also it's the 31st and it's Halloween, the treat that the person will receive, I don't have it here. Oh my, I should have had that ready. Here, let me grab it real quick. I'm rolling because, you guys, my niece swelled up this morning, and I'm going to my surgeon tomorrow, and I'm afraid that he's gonna notice. I have not been the best at using my crutches, and so yeah. Hopefully he's not watching. Just kidding, he wouldn't be watching. But anyway, yeah, so That's why I'm rolling around. I'm like, okay, I gotta really stay off my feet today because I already kind of went to work to the studio this morning. So anyway, okay, so the person's going to win a choice of our newest leather, that is the holiday leather, which is either in the purple or on the red, and they're going to win a set of these, which is a postal pouch. You're gonna get in trouble. Yes, and a pen pouch. So either in this color or in the red. So that's what the winner of this is going to win. It's going to be their choice of a pair of these. And so, yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a name. And what I did is that we took all the names of the people who placed an order in October, and we put them in here. And so I'm going to pick out the name of the person who's going to win. These are all the people who place an order in October, whether the order is for a sojourner or for inserts or what have you. And so I put all of them in here for you. And so I'm going to go ahead and choose. Let's see. Okay, got one. Hi, Justina, and I'm late. I will watch the replay. No problem. Elena, hello. Well, the winner is Lily Chen. The kettle is gorgeous. Thank you. That's a kettle from a coffee shop, tea shop in Ireland. Lily Chen. She's probably not on here, but yeah. Yay. Yay, Lily. So I'm going to contact her, and she'll get to choose one of these. Love the teapot. Thank you. So, okay. So today, my topic is going to be a couple of things that congrats to Lily. Yes, and I think I'm going to do this. You know, you guys, I love to do giveaways, and so I think I'm going to do this more often. But anyway, okay, so my topic, I chose several topics or several questions that people had over on one of the videos that I had from another giveaway where I asked people to choose or to enter in a question, and that's part of their entry for the giveaway. Hey, Robin. And so I chose some of those. Hey, Diana Lee. It's Singapore, right, Diana Lee? Very cool. Thank you for being here. And so I chose a couple of, hey, Deborah. I chose a couple of questions from that, and I'm just going to go over them. Yes, from Singapore. Very cool. I'm glad that you're here. What time is it there in Singapore right now? In fact, you guys, while I am talking, feel free to chime in here and comment and tell us where you're from. What city or country, that'd be great. Okay, so a couple of times I was asked, what one tea do I like? Or would I, if I only got to choose one tea, what would it be? And so I would have to say the one tea would be Earl Grey. Super hot weather in Singapore. So I guess you're not feeling fallish right now. So it would be Earl Grey. And then someone asked, what is the one size that is the one, if I only got to choose one size, what would it be? And I would have to say today it would be an A5, because the A5 has a lot of space where you could put a lot of things in it. It could be your journal. It could be where you put your schedule and all of that. You could do a bullet journal system in that if you'd like. And so I guess that's why I like it. It's the A5 because it's versatile. And then someone asked, what is my favorite leather? And I have a lot of favorite leathers. In fact, I love all the leathers that we offer in the studio. But if I had to choose just one, I would have to say the natural veggie tanned leather. And the reason why I would choose that is, number one, the very first time I started making journals, it was in that leather. But not just that, I feel it's a classic look, and I love to see it patina over time. And I don't even mind when it gets dirt on it and it gets markings on it, because to me that just shows the age. And you love the Roadrunner and turmeric. It just shows the age and the memories that you experience while using that leather. So I would have to say, if I could only choose one leather, it would be the natural leather. Okay, and so I have a couple of questions I chose that I felt I could answer on the fly, since I really didn't have a lot to time to prepare today. But so someone asked, a printed life asked, I have struggled to maintain a work/life balance, and that feels good to me. How do you balance such an active business with all the demands that come along with your family life and your personal time to recharge? And so I may have answered a little bit of this when the segment when I talked about the studio and how Sojourner came about. So you guys may have heard some of this already, but I just have to say, I think we all at one point or another lack balance in the things that we do in life, whether it's work, play, children, activities, whatever. I think at some point, one time or another, we have lacked balance. And I would say that at certain times of our season of our lives, I don't think we ever really reach perfection in balance. I think that we can always strive to have a more balanced life, but life happens. And so sometimes things just go awry. You try to get back into the groove of things, but sometimes outside things, outside happenings, outside forces get you in a place where maybe you don't feel so balanced. But it's always good to try to be balanced. So I'm not saying that I've achieved balance, but I'm always striving to have balance. And I think it's important to have that. God created the earth in 7 days, and I'm sorry, did I get that wrong? In 5 days. And on the 6 days. Oh, wow. Someone correct me. Anyway, I would say 6 days, right? Because on the 7th day, it said that he rested. And I believe that we also should be resting. However that looks like for you, it's all going to be different, and that's okay. But I would say that a couple of things that I've done or I do to keep myself balanced. Hello, Rowena from Baltimore, Maryland. Hello, Jackie. Couple of things, and this is not by any kind of order. 6 days, yes, thank you. Because I'm thinking 5 days, that's 5 days that we work, but then wait, on the 7th day he rested. So, okay, 6 days. So, a couple of things. Number one, my family is very, very important to me. I only have 2 daughters. And if you guys were not aware, both of my daughters were born on the same day, my birthday. I have the Roadrunner so far. I love it. That's great. So both of them have my birthday. Not that that matters anything. I just thought I'd throw that out to you guys. Neither one were induced. One was stopped. And that's another story. I'll talk about that if you guys are interested in another Tea Talk Thursday. But anyway, so I only have 2 daughters. Both are now on their own, and they are gainfully employed. They were homeschooled the whole time from kindergarten to 12th grade. They are very responsible girls. I'm very proud of them. Both my husband and I are very proud of them. And but they're very important to us. And so our family is very important to us. And I basically stop everything for my daughters, especially. If they come into town, I make sure that I'm available. Sometimes I'm in the middle of work. They understand that. But for the most part, I will try to get off early, or I just will make myself available if they're in town. And if they have a need, we will go to them. Excuse me. We will drive over to LA because that's where they are at. Oftentimes we will go over to LA just to have lunch with them and all of that. So to us, they're very important. My husband, same thing. He will drop everything for my kids. And so having said that, that's part of what I would call balance, because if you're not there for your family, and I'm not saying some people work, they're not self-employed like we are, and so it's hard to be there at all times. I get that. However, if you can be there for your family, then I think that that's really important. And for us, that's at the top of our list. So that's a way that we balance our work and family life. But to be honest, because my girls are grown and for the most part, they are on their own and they're not at home, I have a lot more time to accomplish the things that I need to accomplish. And so the balancing isn't so hard at that point, if that makes sense. Working at a coffee shop, a lot of times I will work remotely, and that is a way for me to concentrate. And when I'm in a studio, I typically am all over the place because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I get distracted easily. This is why a lot of times I will have posts, and I think people think that's all I do is have tea. That is not the case. The thing is as a business owner, you end up working basically all the time. Again, I think I might have talked about this in a previous one, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but you basically are working all the time. Your mind is always going in that direction. And so for me, when I go to a coffee shop, it makes me feel like I'm working, but I'm still enjoying myself, so to speak. And not that I don't enjoy my work, but you know what I mean. That's one way I balance. I think I've talked about how I go to the movies quite a bit and I watch Netflix. And it's a way for me to disengage my brain from work. And if you're a business owner, that just happens. You're always thinking about that business. And so I disengage that way by watching Netflix at the end of the night or by going to a movie. And by the way, yes, I go to a movie by myself because sometimes I will take off from work if I feel like, okay, I've had enough and everything's going well. I just take off from work and I'll take time to go see a movie. And somehow ditching makes you just feel, it just feels different. It feels good to ditch once in a while. Can anybody relate to this? I hope so. Also, if you're your own boss, which we've basically had businesses, we've always had a business. then you basically determine what you will and what you will not do. And a lot of times, yes, there's a lot of pull from different places, whether there's just a lot of pull from different places. Sometimes there's a lot of pull from customers. And yes, you want to please your customers, but when it comes down to it, you have to make the right decision for the business. And one of the things, and I have said this many times, and I hope that it doesn't sound like prideful or anything, but I know my brand, and I know that that Sojourner is built on that brand. It's what I feel comfortable with, and therefore I stick with my brand. And so when people ask me to do something that will not fit within my brand, I really think about it, and if it doesn't fit, then I have to decline on doing it. To me, that's just important. Because I think that's what sets me apart, that sets my brand apart, is that I don't do everything and anything for everybody, because I know that not everybody is going to like my brand, and that's okay. There's plenty of other people to choose from. But if I try to do everything and anything, then it no longer becomes a designer piece, in my opinion. It no longer becomes unique to you, if that makes sense. And so for me, for instance, I know that there was a big thing in the community where people wanted 1 inch, 1.5 inch spines, you know? And I had many emails asking me if I would do that. And it's very tempting to succumb to that pressure, because everybody else, every other maker was doing it for everyone else, right? But my brand is about lightweight, and I stick by that, and travel friendly. And so an inch spine just does not work for my brand. And that is why I have just said no. And yes, I have lost some of those orders because I said no. However, for the most part, honestly, most people understood when I explained it to them that it was not part of my brand, and they made do with what they can purchase. And then I'm sure they bought from other people with an inch thick spine as well. But, you know, I stayed true to what I felt was my brand, so I didn't really lose sleep over it. And there's plenty to go around as far as customers and all of that. And so it worked out fine. I don't know if I'd miss a dent, if it dented my business or not. It doesn't seem to have. And so it was totally fine. But that is how I feel about those things. And so as keeping the balance, that's part of keeping balance, in my opinion, because there is a lot of pull in different places and different areas, and it's easy to get tempted. And you have to know what your goal is and what you want and what you're willing to do. And sometimes I am convinced to do something that maybe I hadn't thought of before, you know, and that's okay. But anyway, so that's part of the being balanced part. And being your own boss, you're able to make a decision of what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And so to me, that's a good balance. I also delegate. I have learned in really, as I started Sojourner, I've learned to delegate to my team certain aspects. And you know, here's the thing. If my team, if you cannot delegate, yes, there are some things that only I can do. The majority of things, it's not just me who can do it, if that makes sense. But there are a lot of things that the team can do. And I think if you think you are the only one who can do all of these things or most of these things, then to me, that is a pridefulness, okay? And it's making it seem like no one else can take care of this order or that order or answer emails or, you know, that type of a thing. And that's one of the things I actually have struggled with is answering emails. I always want to connect, but there are some emails that are not necessarily necessary for me to answer if they're just product questions or what have you. And so that is something I need to start delegating some of that. But if you cannot delegate these things to your team, then part of that is that means that you have not trained your team or you've not chosen the right people for your team. So you have to reevaluate that. And so being able to delegate some of these things that your team can make, that is a balance again. And it is a fine balance, because I think type A people, and I'm pretty sure that's what I am as a type A, typically they have to do everything themselves to make it seem like it's correct, or it's the correct way of doing it. And so, yeah, so that's part of the balancing. And so then I'm not going to feel so overly stressed in everything that I have to do. And the other thing, as far as balancing too, is that a lot of times, because both my husband and I are business owners, we both do things together business-wise. Like a lot of times we go on our business trips. Like he'll accompany me on my business trips, and he'll I accompany him on his. Right now he's on a business trip, and unfortunately I couldn't accompany him because I felt that it was better for me to be at home resting with my knee surgery. And so, yeah, and then next week he's going to be gone again to Atlanta, and I really wanted to go to Atlanta because I thought maybe I can meet up with some of my customers. That would be so fantastic. But again, I think I would be better off here for that trip as well. But usually we go on each other's business trips. So in a way that's balancing, because then we get to spend time together. We also oftentimes will go to a coffee shop and work together. So because we've set it up to where we can work remotely some things, we both will sit there, and sometimes I'll go, hey, so it's 4 o'clock. You know, usually you get off at 5, but anyway, I'll go, it's 4 o'clock. Do you want to go work at a coffee shop? You know, and then we end up doing that. So to me, that's another balancing act, and we're very fortunate to be able to do that because we both have our own businesses. So that's really cool. I feel really blessed by that. And so I think that's my way of balancing things, and just making sure that I take breaks and also show support for each other. Yes. And, you know, but I have to say, it is, I don't know many couples who have businesses that are different from each other. I know couples who have a business together, like real estate or what have you, a carpet business, but they work together in that one business. I don't know very many who have separate businesses. And I have to say, yes, my husband is my biggest supporter, and yes, I go to my husband first for advice. However, it's not always easy to work together like that, because he has different ideas and I have different ideas, and you have to respect each other's ideas and each other's take on things. And sometimes, because we're both very much the same on this as far as the way our strengths are both pretty much the same, it's not the easiest, because we both have strong opinions. And so it's not always easy because a lot of times we end up clashing. So yeah, we're very fortunate in some ways, but in some ways it's also difficult. And you have to learn to work through that. And I wouldn't say that we're perfect at it, but we've definitely have tried to communicate better so that the way I say things or I present different ideas for his business is taken in a positive way and vice versa, instead of as if it's a criticism. So again, it's, you know, it's not the easiest thing, but I do love the fact that we're both business owners and we both can feed off of each other like that. And so I think that's it. And just balancing and doing the things that we love to do. We make sure that we take time off. There are times when, you know, we've been away on a business trip. And so when we come back, we are working on the weekends as well as during the weekday. And we understand that it's something that we have to do, and that's okay. We have to be flexible. And so but we do know that there are times when, you know what, enough is enough. We've got to go take off, and we do. We'll take off for a day and just spend time going out. But, you know, most of the time we end up doing things that are work related. So that's just how it is. Anyway, so that's it for that. And then I wanted to answer one more question that someone had asked. It was Burgess Taylor. I believe that's how you say her first name. I hope so. But anyway, she asked the question, as an avid traveler, what are the 3 items that you have to have with you and your journal? What favorite items? So the favorite items that I have to have with me, of course, number 1 is a journal. I always have to have that with me. I couldn't go without a journal with me. Size-wise, I've used different ones for travel. My current one is the A6. Next year, I'm going to be using the FN signature, and so most likely I will have different FN signatures per trip, but this is this year's travel book, and I've talked about this before. I've truly enjoyed this book and I love looking through it. However, honestly, it was too thick by the middle of this year. I really was ready to let it go because it was just gotten too heavy, and I want to be lightweight, right? But people said, oh, you should finish it. So I did. I was pressured to doing that. So I'm finishing it this year. In fact, I think it's already finished. I just need to add some things, but I don't have any other trips right now before the end of the year. Although I'm really tempted to go to New York because they're having a Hobonichi meetup in New York on November 17th. Anybody want to go over to New York and join me on this trip? I'm really tempted, so I'm going to see. I'm going to see how things are going. Is anybody going to that, by the way? So they're going to meet at Kunia, however you say that, store. And so it'll be in New York, November 17th. So if you guys are able to go over there, go to the meetup, gosh, that would be so fantastic. I really want to have a meetup out here in LA or the Inland Empire area where I'm located, but we'll see. So, but if you guys are out in Southern California too, you're gonna have a meetup, let me know. Okay, so that is the top 3 is my journal, of course. The second one, our other Rowena. I'm sorry, what is that? What's that mean? I'm sorry, I must have missed a message before that. Okay, so the second one would be, can you guys guess? A fountain pen. I'd have to have a fountain pen. And then the third thing would be the ephemera that people I've met up with in the past have gifted me with. So I've mentioned this before, that a lot of people have, I will try to, I'm sorry, I missed some comments before that. What does that mean, I will try to? Our other Rowena shop anniversary is the 18th. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. So you guys are going to go there. How nice. So, people, when they visit me or when I meet up with them, they end up giving you like little ephemeras or little gifts, you know, that usually we exchange each other. And so basically for my trips, what I've done is, instead of worrying about what ephemera I'm going to bring on my trip, since I like the eclectic look anyway, I take those ephemeras and that's what I take with me on my trips. The ones from people who have given them to me, because that way too, make the meetup in New York City. Are you in New York? That way too, I feel like I'm bringing friends with me on my trip. I know it may sound corny, but that's just what I've started doing this year. Take everyone's ephemera that they've given me, I bring them with me on my trips. And so that makes it easy. However, you do kind of need a way to put them on your page. So I guess you'd need glue as well, and also washi tape. But if I didn't have those would be the top three. My journal, a pen, and the ephemera that people have given me. Okay, so that's about it for this segment. And so if you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and shoot them up right now. Let's talk about that, and so I can let you guys go. Congratulations to Lily Chen. If you're not on here, I will be getting a hold of you soon. And so, anyone have any questions or anything? Is anybody near New York? Awesome, Rowena. 31 days of Vlogtober. Thank you for your gift to us. Love the way you balance. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are a gift to me. I mean, it's hard to say in enough words how much I really treasure and really appreciate each and every one of you for not only supporting Sojourner, but supporting me personally by just showing up. I can't make it though. Oh, because, you know, I committed to showing up, and I'm very thankful that you guys have been showing up as well. And so, yeah. It's been a great 31 days. I've enjoyed it. Thank you for these awesome Vlogtober videos. You're very welcome. Thanks so much for doing Vlogtober, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Can't wait for Tea Talk Thursday. Yeah, I've just been so equally blessed, if not more. And I knew I would be, but to the extent that I have been during these Vlogtobers, I really cannot. You have completed the Vlogtober. I'm in Maryland. Thank you for getting personal with us. Oh, for sure. Sharing some of your wisdom with us. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, wisdom from above, hopefully. Thank you so much for your vlogs. They were fun and informative. I've looked forward to this every day. Thank you. Thank you. Again, Vlogtober was epic. Thanks, Sarah. Again, I couldn't say in words how much it really blessed me. Like I said, more than I knew I'd be blessed, but to the extent that I have been blessed, it's just been so amazing. And I've loved every minute of it, even the preparation sometimes. And for the most part, actually, because I'm having to do it in between things, I had not been able to sometimes prepare ahead of time. And so I just go with it, and you guys have been very receptive and very kind through my flubs, and so my goof ups, and so I am very thankful, and as well as the technical difficulties I had some at times. But anyway, do you guys have any questions or anything? Otherwise, I'll let you guys go. It's not goodbye, it'll be until next time. And you know, next time I would really love it if I could do it at the same time each time. I will try, maybe I'll try to do that during Vlogmas. We'll see what happens. So, okay, if you guys don't have any other comments or any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. And I do expect to start getting those Monday uploads of videos once again. Now that Vlogtober is over, I can concentrate on those and also the Tea Talk Thursday. So as usual, keep on documenting life as it happens. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining me for this Vlogtober from day 1 to the 31st. And truly appreciate you. And you guys have a great rest of the day, the rest of the week. Until Create December 18. God bless you. Thank you and good night. Bye-bye.